Hey guys, Ian Huff from Studios here, and today we wanted to do a little. I want to do a little something that I haven't done in a while, and you're all asking, what's it about? Well, that is a good question. Um, Today we're going to be doing another episode of Ian Huff reviews, and that we are going to review a Spider-Man fan film that I've recently seen a while ago, and it was really cool. And you're all asking, is this about Spider-Man Lotus? Not really, but if it is, yeah. But no, this is something way different than that. This is not about Lotus because I've seen it. I thought I liked it. I only liked part of it, just didn't like the rest of it. I mean, some of it was good, but some of it, um, just some of it didn't make sense that much. I mean, I thought it did, but it wasn't much. And yeah, so it was more of a 5 out of 10 for Spider-Man Lotus, but we're not here to talk about that because we're talking about the one that hits the better has a better hit than Lotus, and that is Spider-Man Dimension Rift by Gallery Productions. I know, I love that film, and it was a mind-blowing, fun film. It's a full-length feature film, a 2 hour, 7 minute film. That is actually really cool. That is the biggest hit. That was like literally the biggest hit than Spider-Man Lotus. I mean, Spider-Man Lotus had like the biggest budget film ever, but Gallery Productions has a lesser budget but a fun experience with this film, and it's jaw dropping. Is like really cool. I really love that film, and it just blows me away. That film was that film became my number two favorite, and that's what I like about it is that it's a really good, simple, grounded film. It's a multiversal film too, and I really love that film. It's just so great about it. I mean, my favorite part from that film is with Lucas Carson playing Ben Riley, who became Spider-Man from another universe, which is really cool. About his background story, about how he became Spider-Man in his world, and how he got here. And we got to see that from the beginning of the film, how he followed his Snoredor from his world to Peter's world, which is Justin's world. And I just loved that. That was a really good story. And the returning faces like Snoredor, the OG Snoredor, the Chameleon and Slide. Those guys are funny. You know, I could have wished that Galway had added Shocker in the film, but hey, he made this film. It's his decision on who he wants to put in this film. My gosh, I mean, what the heck, right? I mean, we got to see him in Holiday Special, the Shocker in Holiday Special. That was pretty funny, and oh man, I love that. All right, so we start off Peter that we get to see what happened. We see the event of Spider-Man's stealth mission, where um, it's Peter and the the Snoredor are making peace with each other, and that was like the best moment since Spider-Man's stealth mission when I first saw it, and I thought, wow, this is a really good story. This is a really good film, and after he left, we found out that the Snoredor from Peter's world actually made too much, like overdid, made so many portals, and oh man, even opened a whole giant dimensional portal in the big sky. That was kind of an accident, I would say that. And then the part where I said that there are returning faces, the Chameleon and Slide have returned with another Snoredor. Yep, another Snoredor. That's crazy. Well, yeah, I couldn't believe it myself when I saw it. I was like, my gosh, that's crazy, man. And they try to get Peter to join them on this multiversal heist, something like that. And man, that is crazy. And Peter would find a way to not actually, would refuse so many times, but then decides that to protect his best friend Joseph, he had to join them, but he wouldn't actually join them. I just like that at the end. At first, he would join them, that he wouldn't join them, but then he would join them when the chameleon pretended to be Peter, he shot Joseph. And my gosh, that was a really good plot. That was a really good plot part. I really loved the turning point part, but not like the death turning point part. More like a betrayal type of turning point part. That's what I like about it. And that's where Peter would decide, all right, I'll join you. And yep, we get to see that happen. And my gosh, it was really cool. All right. And yeah, and that's when we get to see Ben Reilly and told him everything about his, and where, like I already said before, that he talked about his origin, that he was a clone, and how he lost Peter in his world, and pretty much everything. And they decided to team up. Peter and Ben decided to team up. Ben would agree, and yeah, forms a plan, which is a really great plan. And yeah, it's fun. Then Joseph left some designs for Peter, which I really love, that we get to see at the end of the film, is that his new suit, dang, it was BA. I'll tell you that, it's BA. I'm trying not to swear or anything, but it is literally BA. And I just love that suit. And Peter would just like goes up against Chameleon and against Slide, who then at the end, Slide becomes a superhero instead. He turns against Chameleon. Spider-Man defeats him, turns him into S.H.I.E.L.D. And then a returning face, Snorter, returns and fixes what he has done and uses all of his powers to save the multiverse. Becomes a true hero, which is sort of a tragic event. Yep, very tragic. Now, this is where it kind of upsets me. That Joseph leaves. That he's no longer around. And my gosh, that was kind of I was not expecting that. Joseph leaving Peter, and that's just, oh my gosh, that was nuts. Yeah, that was sad. I mean, that was literally the most saddest thing I ever saw. And then we get to see Harry for the first time, which is a new dynamic storyline or whatever. And this is something that I wanted to see, that we get to see Harry Osborn for the first time. It's like, my gosh, we get to see Harry Osborn, and then, I mean, they talked about it, and Ollie Evans, man, is crazy. And then now and Peter gets to be a photographer for the Daily Bugle, and pretty cool. Even in his new suit, even Slide has a new suit now, which is actually really cool. I really love that. That was BA, man, along with Peter's suit. And yeah, I loved it. And my favorite part is at the other end of the film, we get to see the chameleon from another universe, who saw from another world, that he's like, oh no, and breaks the TV like, oh my gosh, why would he do that? He has a new TV, man. I mean, that's pretty funny. I really love it. And he said it himself too. And Oh man, I just love that. It just makes it a really good film. I mean, the film itself is so great, and I was happy when I put it on one of my top list part one video. If you have not seen that video, I'll put it in the link description below or at the end of the film video. And yeah, so I'm really happy that I got to put it as my top list thing, and this is great. So this film, I'm giving that one a 9.9 out of 10 because it's like literally the best Spider-Man fan film that I've ever seen from Justin. And Justin, if you're watching this, hope you like my rating, hope you like my review, and pretty much everything. And if you're working on another film, maybe I can help out with the writing because in my video in my 2024 update video, I did talk about being a writer for hire, and that's just pretty much what I'm going for. And I may not be like a guy with that much positive ideas, but hey, this is something I want to do, and what the heck, right? And yeah, hope you like my review video and pretty much everything. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys like, subscribe, leave comments down below, and everything else. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.